Hi, I have been asked to give my reflections on COVID, the COVID time as a Christian woman. And so it made me think, what did I learn? What had I been thinking through COVID? And I think the main thing that had that struck me was that I wasn't scared. I didn't feel fearful. I wasn't particularly worried about what the future was going to hold and how this was all going to end up, because I really did know deep in my heart that God is in control, that it's His world, and that He deeply loves and cares for His people, which I knew wouldn't mean that bad things didn't happen, but that whatever happened, I could trust God. And actually, you go along as a Christian, and we've had a great life growing up in Australia, and it's been pretty cruisy on the whole. And you hear about these Christians overseas and at different times really being put to the test. And not that we're put to the test in any way during COVID. I mean, toilet paper was a bit short, but apart from that, we just had to go into lockdown. That was it. But I realised that actually my faith was real. I knew my faith was real. I knew that I trusted Jesus, but I knew that actually when people around me were really stressed, and honestly, people were really freaking out about what was going to happen, and were we going to run out of food, and and people were dying. It is true. It was bad, and it continues to be bad. But I was struck by how I did not feel like they felt. And I knew that that's because I have a relationship with Jesus, and He's in control, and it was going to be okay. And so that was really comforting. And actually, I think just to be the person in the crowd that's not worried is it's a real testament, isn't it, to the Christian life. So that's how I felt about it. There were some pretty rocky times. I was teaching the kids from home, and we were all on devices a lot and going a little bit crazy sometimes, and didn't have anywhere to go because we weren't allowed to go anywhere. So we played a lot of board games and drove each other slightly mad, but we made it through. So, that's a win. They're back at school now. That's another win. Bible verse. This Bible verse is one that I keep coming back to a lot because I just love it. It's Hebrews chapter 12, and it comes behind, obviously, chapter 11, which is all those people of faith. And verse 2 says, "Let us fix our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith, who for the joy set before Him endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Consider Him who endured such opposition from sinful men, so that you do not grow weary and lose heart." And I think, yep, that's right. You keep your eyes on Jesus so that you don't grow weary and lose heart. When life is unusual, when life is hard, when your friends are having a hard time, when you see pain in so many people's lives, and it's easy to grow weary and lose heart, well, that is the verse that I keep reminding myself of. Eyes fixed on Jesus, author and perfecter. And the last question that I was asked to answer was, how have I become closer to Jesus? And I think if I was to answer honestly, I'd say, I don't think I've become particularly closer to Jesus in this time. I think just bumbling along as a Christian, and in COVID and out of COVID. Thanks.